How's everybody doing today? See if anybody will come in the chat. Possibly not. Anywho, I'll start talking about my awesome, amazing weekend, y'all. Yeah, when I tell y'all I had a good weekend, a really good weekend. On Friday night I worked. Tips were decent. They weren't great, but Thursday night, really, really good tips. Really, really good tips. So happy about Thursday night tips. Saturday morning, woke up early. And guess what, y'all? I planned my parents a whole two anniversary parties. I thought it went over pretty well. It did. So I got them out the house, and that was the hard part because I told them week before, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, that I wanted to take them out to dinner. Their anniversary was on Monday, Tuesday, no. Anniversary was on Wednesday, to be exact. Yeah, because Tuesday was first. So yeah, and they said okay, they agreed to it. So I told them to be ready about 1:30. I called Saturday to make sure they still be ready by 1:30. They said sure, no problem, good. Fast forward, I had a picture printed, a poster picture printed, and it has their photos on it. And if I wasn't such a private person, I'd show it to you guys. Walgreens had a sale, and it was poster. The promo code was poster the number 2 day, and the posters were $1.99, I think. So I went to get it printed, and I paid the lady. And so before I walked away, good, like I looked at it, and one of the pictures on the collage was smudged. I didn't like that. And she was like, "Oh, I didn't even see that. I normally check it." I feel like she was lying because I'm like, "You should have checked it before you put the thing in there." And mind you, it's a big envelope, so you're gonna check it before you put it up. I think most people would check it before they pull it out. But the way it was smudged, it was like it was pulled. The last part was pulled before the printer was done printing. Because when you're feeding something into when you're feeding a piece of paper in the machine, it's like you put in there one thing at a time, and then you don't pull out the end because it'll what I mean, it'll ruin the copy. So that's kind of I think what happened. But anyways, it took like another 15 minutes for me to get it printed again, and I was like, ugh. I could have not had it printed, but I was just like, I need to go ahead and get it printed because it's just like, hey Casey, how are you, honey? So I went ahead and got it printed, but I was like, so it took longer than I thought. So fast forward, um, instead of it being 1 o'clock when I got done, I think I'd be headed at the I wanted to be at the location. The actual location doesn't be ready at 1:30. I wanted to be there at 1:30. Shout out and not being ready at 1:30. So I ended up leaving the Walgreens close to my house at like 1:30. And I was like, oh, man, I understand, honey. I'm feeling sleepy myself. I think I'm gonna get off of here in about an hour and take me a nap before I gotta go into work. But other than that, you doing good? So yeah. So I ended up leaving the printing place that I got the anniversary picture printed at. And I'm going down the street and I'm headed to the actual location I had the party at. I get there. Hey, let's study with Mukubro. Hey, thank you. Love to India. Hi. Hello. So I get there and I'm like, finally I got there, made it there. Finally seen one of my cousins there. I'm so happy to see her because I had heard she was in the hospital, but I didn't end up going to see her, and she wasn't in there very long after my knowledge after finding out. So, but God kept her. So she and I got to crying. She's like, "Because I'm okay." I'm like, "Yeah, you're okay," but it was so sad. So she and I had a little hugging moment or what have you. Yes, I'm in America. I'm in the United States. Yep. And so after that, my uncle and aunt and cousins they helped me finish decorating the place. So they did a pretty good job. Put the tablecloths on, put my poster board up, and set up. I had a vegetable tray and I had a couple cakes, so it was really cool. A cake, and I went and ordered pizzas and everything. And so my parents had called back by now. I'm like, "Hey, meet me at this one place, this one location." And then my dad was like, then what? And I was just like, he's like, I do have to call you back. And I was just like, just call me when you get there. So when I got there, a few people there, but I was happy about that. So shortly after they walked in, about 4 or 5 more people came in. So I was happy about that too. And yeah, it turned out to be a really good party, the first party. So that lasted from like 2:15 to 4:05, which was running into the next party time. So I was kind of getting everybody shooed away because I reminded them like, hey, I have another party. It's supposed to happen at 4 o'clock. And so my mom, she put on her coat like she about to leave. And I'm like, where are you going? She's like, it's time to go. I'm like, no, there's another party. She was like, another party where? I was like, it's supposed to start at 4, but people were like, one of my other cousins, he ended up coming in at 4:10. My mom went next door, right? Just worked just her. Hey, Rising Phoenix, how are you, honey? You're saying hi, is that sunshine? Hi, honey. So yeah. So the first party went really well. So the second party, one of my cousins, my male cousins walked in, but this was my dad's side of the family. The first party I threw for them, Boss Dog. Hi, Boss Dog. How are you? So yeah, the first party went well. They've already left. And the second party, I'm like trying to like I went outside, got some more beverages because I had some beverages in my car. I had some big K-pop. I had a few choices, and then I went and got another cake because the first party had a 4-layer custard like vanilla buttercream cake. I got it from Kroger, and the second cake was a bundt cake I got from Kroger as well, and it was the Sakatumi cake. That's good, boss. Like, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're doing great today as well, Rising Phoenix. But yeah, so yeah, the second part is moving slower though. So after my other cousin came in, he was talking about his mom was sick and he was gonna go check on her in the hospital. So he had to leave. But after he left, while he was leaving, his sister and her husband came in, and then other cousins are trickling in too. So it was great. Girl, I just ate. Now my belly is hanging down right now. I understand. I understand. You love Sakatumi cake too? It's good, honey. It's good. Like, so I packed up all the stuff from partying and I was trying to give it away, but like nobody was like they wanted it, the cake. And so I asked my parents. So like, mom was like, she'll take the cake, and I was like, okay, well I'll bring it over tomorrow because I had packed it up by then. But yeah, that's Sakatumi cake. Really good. It's just got just enough pecans and icing and stuff. Very nice balance. But yeah, yeah. And I like Sakatumi cake because I think you can. It's good hot or cold. Some cakes are only good cold or hot. Sakatumi cake is? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Definitely is. Yeah. So it went up really well. We had Donato's pizza. It was pretty good. I had ordered some works and meats for the first party, and then like a works and breadsticks for the second party. Because a lot of people set up for a second party, but they weren't hungry. So I was like, okay. I was like, if people seem like they want more pizza, then I'll order another one. But they seem like they want more pizza, so I was like, I'm not ordering another one, just for fun. People do too much, think too much. That is something that I do want to get y'all question on because I'm one of those people that if I'm invited to a party, my thoughts are like, don't complain. And if you feel like, especially when it's establishment where you can buy some more food, I feel like in society we make a big deal of food when we go to other people's events. And so, anywho, one of my cousins made a statement about like, are these the only beverages you have or something to that effect? I'm like, they are, but I'm like, these are what my parents like. So I'm like, if you go to somebody else's event, don't be rude. Come in and come in. I don't get through 2 likes. Oh well. But if you come to somebody else's event, go ahead and be grateful for the beverage or go buy a beverage. But I don't know. I was taught to always like eat and kind of be full before you get to an event because you don't know when people are gonna eat. I mean, even when we were kids, I think about that. Birthday party starts at 1:30, 2 o'clock. You men that come in eating food. Because I feel like as we were kids, one of my cousins had a party at Chuck E. Cheese, but it used to be Chuck E. Cheese. It was like Billy Bob or Showplace or something. Hmm. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. But Chuck E. Cheese or Show Place was what it was called. Anywho, when you came to the party, you would get like tokens, and then you go play games with them. Go play games, and you go in the ball pit and throw balls and stuff. And then after your tokens were gone, you come back to the table after like an hour or less. And then you come back to the table and you eat pizza and sing songs and blow out the candles and eat cake, and then they cut the open the presents up, and that would be like the party. But I don't know, maybe parties have changed now. Do you come hungry to parties as an adult? I don't, but I hate to go hungry anywhere because I don't know how and if I like the food that people are serving, because sometimes the people's food's not great, and that's not their job to feed me. I mean, it's a nice gesture, I feel like, at a party, but it's not your job. Unless I guess it's intentionally a dinner party. If it's a dinner party, then to me that is kind of your job to feed me because you did say you feed me. But at the same token, too, I don't know, because you may have fed me, but if it's a sushi dinner party and I'm not a big fan of sushi, then you know what I mean? I won't be eating sushi. Does that make sense? Sorry, I'm trying to open my water with one hand and it is not cooperating. So put y'all right here for a minute. There we go. While I open this water bottle. Okay. Hydrated now. Rehydrated. I need to do communion on my next channel, my other channel. I haven't done it yet. I guess I'll do it tomorrow. So I'm not gonna have time to do it today. There's a flash flood warning in my city and a freeze warning in my city. It was cold this weekend, cold, cold. And leaving my parents' house, it was raining at first and it started sleeting. It was crazy. But my friend said it was hail. I don't think it was hail. I guess it could have been little pieces of hail, but you know. I pray for my friend, y'all. She kind of drove through what she didn't know was a flooded street, and her car's not working today. So, honey, I'm praying your car gets better because that's a lot. So, yep. Yep. So, that's that. I also need to show y'all the stuff I got at the flea market. I keep saying I'm gonna do that. This is actually one more item I got at the flea market, and it was originally $3, but it was 50% off, so I got it for $1.50. I know, right? It's one of those planner things. Now it is from like 2013. It's leather. It's from 2013, but it's one of those planners where it only has like a calendar in the front, and then the other ones you put in the day, the date, and everything. So you can kind of go with the year. So you could have it essentially for 10 years if you wanted to, because you don't have to write it in every day. So I think that's pretty cool. Really, really cool. So yeah. Most of the schools are back from spring break here in Indiana and Indianapolis area. So I'm happy about that. I went to the YMCA several times last week. Kids everywhere, but fortunately they weren't in the pool, which I was like, whoop, whoop, because I love the pool and kids are great. Kids are really great. That's my disclaimer. Kids are great. It's wonderful. However, when you're at the gym, it's just odd when you're trying to work on a machine or, like play basketball or something, and the kid is kind of in the way per se. But yeah, so I'm happy about that. Love the kids being in school. I said in this feel good story today on Good Morning America. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but basically, what happened? Oh, this firefighter went into what he thought was an abandoned home. I guess it was maybe like a caught fire or something. Anywho, they did a sweep of the home, and there was a baby crying. And apparently, it still had the umbilical cord in it, and he rescued the baby out. And anyways, he fell in love with the baby at that moment in time, and so somehow it came about he was able to foster the baby, and now he was able to adopt the baby, him and his wife. And I was like, oh, so firefighter Martinez, and he has a little baby boy. I was like, oh, that's such a feel good story. So yeah. Meanwhile, is it okay? So I'm gonna say this first. If you go to somebody's event and you take photos of somebody's event, and you want to take photos of somebody's event at the event, you want to post pictures of you at the event, I feel like that's not wrong to do. However, if you take photos of an event that you is not your event and you post pictures of the event, I feel like that's wrong to do. I think you should get a permission from the person to do it first. And that happened to me recently. And I feel like that's wrong to do because, one, if I'm posting a photo, I need to let people know. As a YouTuber, I didn't even post a party because I value people's privacy that much. And as I talked about previously before, one of the organizations that I like to donate money to towards the winter time or sometimes throughout the year if I haven't is a shelter for women, abused women, and or just people in general who are abused physically or mentally, and they're kind of like a protection program type. They could have come out of protection just to go to an event, and you done posted their photo. Like, no, I don't want to be messy, y'all. So I don't know. I just feel like if you're a YouTuber or you're a person with social media in general, don't take it upon yourself to take photos of other people at events and just post their photo up. At least ask permission before you put the room up there. Even if you're related to everybody in the room, because even before I was on social media, I used to tell my cousins, don't have me on your Facebook. Don't have me on your internet, your Instagrams and stuff. I don't like that because I want to spend the narrative on my life as it is. If we took a photo together, that's a photo I gave you permission to have and post for your own, not post, but keeping your cloud for your own photo album. That's the word, photo album. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. But this person's a lot older, so they're going to get a pass. But if I throw another event, I'll be like, Chad, I don't know if you're invited or not, because I feel like that's just rude. Am I rude for that? Is that wrong? Posting somebody's photo without posting a photo of people at an event and you didn't ask permission to post, And get it. I get it. My photo's not worth anything. So if you post my picture on the internet, it's not worth anything. Like people like, oh, that's Morgan in Movement. That's not, yeah. It's not that. That's Morgan Johnson. That's Morgan Lopez. I don't know. But anywho, y'all. Gotta go work today. The second job stuff is for the birds. Really need to get back into my YouTube for real. Like, I've been really laxed working on. I had some interviews last week and I need to wrap up some stuff last week. But I'm like, this week I gotta get back on posting content. So that is my goal, is to post more content. So you will see this lovely face a lot. Magic. No, I'm just joking. It's not magic. Slide of the hand, literally. I'll never forget, that's kind of one of my favorite things I see on Living Single. one of my favorite episodes. Overton's family. Overton's family has a cabin, and they're able to rent the family cabin. Like he gets permission from the family to like take his friends to the cabin for the week of Christmas, the weekend of Christmas. It's like cool, what have you. And uh, Maxine, who is dating Kyle, on and off again. They're on and off again couple, but they bicker back and forth. But that's just a part of how they show their love. But it gets on everybody else's nerves. And so basically, the whole weekend, they find out that she's coming. She ends up being at the cabin, like, hey, I need y'all to get along nicely, be nice for Christmas. And so have a good weekend. I remember Maxine do like, and just, and he did the same thing and just put a smile on the face. But it was really cool, the whole, how they did it. Just basically grabbed a fan of a straight hand, and when you opened it, it was a smile. So I thought that was a really cool episode. But yeah. Meanwhile, y'all, how your stocks doing? My stocks are, they're holding on. They're not doing badly, which I was surprised about. I guess I just invested in the right stuff because I don't know. I'm not seeing the big side effects of the tariffs yet, but maybe they'll be coming. We'll see. So, yep. Yep. Meanwhile, if you see something pink in my mouth, well, one thing is going to be my tongue, but the other thing is I'm eating this watermelon candy. I had some candy at my parents' anniversary party, and one of them was watermelon candy. My mom said it was good. And I was like, I have to try it, and it is good. It's really good. I got it at the Dollar Tree. I think it's called Mix Up. That's the name of the bag. Tropical flavor. It's good. But I've got some Easter eggs, and so I'm gonna put some candy in there for random kids. So I'll put it like outside the door. Kids want to get an egg, they can get an egg. No big deal. And before anybody comes from me anything, I just, whether you celebrate Easter in that capacity or not, I do feel like there's certain things that it's okay to give kids, if it's okay with their parents, let them get an Easter egg or two. No big deal. I also have those Haribos. I think that's what they're called, the gummy bears. They have some gummy bunnies for Christmas, and I was like, oh no, for Christmas, for Easter. I'm tripping. So I was like, oh, I'll put some of those in there too. So I was like, I'm out. $3.75 plus tax. I got the eggs at the Dollar Tree as well. And one bag had 35 pieces of candy in it, and the other bag has 24. So a few eggs will have more than one piece of candy. Well, most of the eggs will have more than one piece of candy, but somebody will just end up with one piece of candy. But something beats nothing. Gratefulness, right? Meanwhile, y'all, I've been working on a song because I was like, you know what? I have a pretty nice singing voice, and I won't sing it to y'all today, but I want to work on the rest of the words because it's a nice, pretty mellow melody. It's a nice song in general, but you just have to know all the words because if not, it just sounds really weird. But I was like, that'd be cool. It's interesting here. We had an awesome March. March felt like it was so warm and so no jacket weather. And then April has been so cold and so much rain. And I'm just like, where in the world is this going? We had a little, and so many tornadoes have touched down here, but fortunately it hasn't done any massive damage. And I know it's still done damage before I continue, but it hasn't done massive damage. And I say that because I've seen tornadoes wipe out whole cities in Indianapolis and thus far, and surrounding cities in Indianapolis. And so far, it hasn't done that. So that's to me a win. A win, a win, a win. Meanwhile, yeah. I'm going on a trip soon, and I thought about doing another packing video because that packing short did really well last time, but my thought process was no, I need to wait until I return from vacation, I think, to post it. So I probably would do that because I don't want you guys to um I don't want y'all to see like no, I'm on vacation until I'm already on vacation and kind of safe. I know that sounds weird because I don't know about you all, but when I'm on vacation, I am not like checking YouTube. I'm not checking my email account or anything. I'm just kind of relaxing. I'm vacationing. But, you know, everybody's different, right? Right. Mm. There was a show that I seen last night called The Americas. I think that's what it was called. And it was so beautiful. I got to see these whales and um, these jellyfish that were deep water jellyfish. And there was like one, I think it's like one whale. And anyways, you can see in his head from like here to like here, you can see the brain. I was like, that is really awesome. Like, wow, awesome God we serve. I couldn't even believe it. I mean, I could believe it obviously, but yeah. And just to see how smart some creatures are. It was like an otter. It was an otter or a seal. I don't recall. I think it was looking back. I think it was a seal because it was Harrier, and he had taken I guess like a clam, clams or oysters, and he was or mussels, and he was slamming it against the boat so he could crack the shell so he could eat it. And I was like, oh, it is so amazing. Or they could eat it. I don't know what the gender of it, obviously, but yeah. And then the mother otter had the baby on her stomach, and was just kind of floating upside down and eating, giving the baby food and was eating her food and relaxing. I was like, wow, just to see the circle of life moving. I was like, this is pretty amazing. I was like, wow, it's really cool to see because I was like seeing stuff in the sea. I get excited every time I look in water and see if I can see something. Yeah. I'll never forget the first time I fed a stingray. Really cool experience. Now, for the record, I didn't get in the water with the stingray. I was actually in a city outside of Galveston. Yeah, Galveston, Texas. Yeah. And was it Kingwan Bay? It was someplace Bay. Anyways, it had like amusement rides. You play for the amusement rides, the amusement park portion. They had like a seawater portion, what have you, where you could go like look at sea animals and stuff and various things. And I was like, cool. So I paid money, and there was this huge tank, and we'll say the part where you could feed them was like 2 feet tall. You could see in the tank and see the stingrays, and you had to keep your hand very flat and put the fish or shrimp on it, and they would come by and they would like eat it off your hand, but you could tickle the bottom of it. And I remember touching them; they feel like leather. I was like, that's kind of cool. That is really cool. But they were just majestic creatures. They were beautiful. Like to see them just like a bird in the water per se. It was just like cool the way they glided through the water. I thought the stingrays were so amazing. I never forget the first time my sister and I actually seen turtles from a cruise ship, and those things were huge. I was like, whoa. So I was like, if you can see them from here, imagine how big they are in real life, you know. If I'm looking at it from probably at that time I was looking at it from deck 12, and they're counting from the bottom of the ship, like how many decks am I really from the you know what I mean? How big does it have to be in real life to see it that far away, you know? So that thing was huge. But anywho, on another note, turtle soup is really good. I've had that one time. It was really, really good. And so is alligator. I actually think I like turtle soup better than alligator though. But yeah. And before y'all like, oh, you should eat it, I'm like, if it's meat and it's food, and somebody else is willing to kill it and make it taste delicious and it's not poisonous to me, I would try it. Why not? I would try it. And I realize we have to eat different stuff for our diets too. Every blood type is different. I know that when I was looking at this different kind of diet situation, one of the things they talk about is like knowing what your blood type is and tell me what foods to eat specifically for my own blood type. Because like if you don't know, every human body's not the same. Women need more iron in their body than men do, um, because what we got going on. If you know, you know. It's not that kind of channel. Get that deep, but as deep as I've gotten, you understand that part. So yeah, but yeah, so I actually need to get back to that because when I was eating what I was supposed to eat, it felt so much better. But not eating that, it doesn't feel that great anymore. All the time, I was feeling full and everything, but yeah. Whew. That wind is blowing. You can't hear it, but it's like it is blowing outside. It's whipping the branches like whips. Whoosh. Yeah. And the Wednesday night, oh my gosh, I had let my comforters dry, and I was driving home, and the first tornado siren went off when I was inside the laundromat, and then the second tornado siren went off when I was, and I hear the tornado sirens. Don't get me wrong, all the time, because every Friday, starting in like the end of March, beginning of April, because it's our tornado season. We hear this siren every Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern time. Every time, ooh, like clockwork. You hear the sound. It's annoying, but everybody knows what it's like. But it's so different when I felt like I was in that movie. What is that movie called with the tornadoes called? I can't think about it. What is it called? Twister. I think that's it. Twister. That I was in the car. That one was moving. The rain was coming down, and then like there's leaves and like branches and stuff falling from my car. And I'm like, God, should I pull over? And I'm like, where am I going? I'm like, I have a belt on, but I was like, I don't have anything I can tie down to. I'm like, but it's pouring down at this point. I'm like, God, where am I going? What am I doing? And it's interesting. The wind and rain was so bad last night. A train had six. I think they said it was six. Six. Is it carts on a train? 6 carts on a train just blow off with the wind. I was like, wow. So 6 carts on the train got derailed. Nobody was hurt from what they said, but it's gonna take a while picking up the cleaning it up. They said they would clean it up today, so hopefully they did. And I was like, that would have to be scary as a train conductor. I tried to did I tell you try to tell you I applied to be a train conductor. They didn't give it to me, but I think it's because I'm a woman. I could lift 100 pounds maybe if I tried, if I wished it hard enough. With some gloves and stuff. I don't know. And I guess that's possibly like not a good thing anyways. I feel like some jobs like that want you to do a lot. Like they were like, will you unhook and hook the carts? No, because I'm the train conductor. I said yes, but I'm thinking, no, I'm a train conductor. Conduct the train. Doo, doo. I'm just driving a train. I'm not. People get off, people get on. They put carts on, they put carts off. No. Too much sugar for a quarter, right? Agreed. Oh, ooh, yep. I spoke to a family member today, and it kind of was in my feelings a little bit. They were like, you're not living to your full potential. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like people, maybe this is my experience, but I feel like people feel like they know you know you. Does that make sense? And what I mean by that is everyone knows a different version of you. And don't believe me, the next time someone um, passes away, instead of just going to the wake, go to the funeral where people actually talk. Because when people talk, you realize, oh, this person to this person was a joy to be around, or this group of people said this person was really nice, and this group of people said this person was really mean. People have different personalities for different groups. And I feel like people don't realize because you don't wear name brand clothes or care about certain stuff or have to have the finest this or finest that, it doesn't mean you're not you don't have the money or you're not living in your means, you know? My dad said something I have to agree with. Money's just one card. And I've had an opportunity to make a lot of money before, but I wasn't happy. And this family member's like, it's not about being happy, but that's an opinion, right? Because happiness means a really lot, a whole lot. I didn't realize how much I needed to be happy for years. I was putting other people's happiness in front of my own, and I shouldn't have been. I was unhappy because I thought that's what you're supposed to be, you know, unhappily in this situation, unhappily at this job, unhappily doing whatever it is, just like unhappily doing this quote unquote busy work in church, unhappily doing it because I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. But according to whom? My happiness means the world to me. And I am fighting tooth and nail to keep my happiness and peace right now. And if that means I have to fight tooth and nail to keep my happiness and peace till God calls me home, I would rather do that than have a job making great money and being miserable. Um, and like to the point where, yeah. And I guess the other thing too, you hate the people you work with, they don't pull their weight. You hate, you know, you hate the job you actually do. You hate the money you make. You just hate every aspect of it. And I mean, nope, I don't get me wrong. People who have to do it, I get it. You have to, but I don't. There's this great saying I heard before that I have to agree with. When you're single, when you've eaten, your whole family's been fed. So since I'm single, if I eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now, my family's fed and it's great. Um, do I recommend that for anybody? No. But if that's gonna give me happiness right now, take a peanut butter jelly sandwich for 100. And I don't know, trying to keep my joy. I brought my charger and never plugged in my phone. Ain't that how I do? Fortunately, it didn't die on me because I'm like, eh. I take it back. I was like 15% when I went out to the car and got it, and then uh, it took it 32% since I've been on here, or 37%, not since 37% live, and now I'm down to like 6. So 6, but I don't know how much it'll do. Hey, Vibes with Tyler. Hello, honey. How are you doing well today? Hopefully you are. Talking about my awesome, amazing weekend. Yep. Doing anything else awesome right now? Hanging out. Yep. Man, I chug my water down so fast. A little bit of water, another water left. Tastes awful. Just awful. That water didn't taste right. I don't know. What if we having a water issue? Got some bottled water. I am fine. I am from Oregon, USA. Awesome. I am doing fine as well. I am from Indiana, USA. Yeah. How's the weather in Oregon today? Is it nice? While Tyler is possibly responding to that comment. It's cold. Okay. It's cold here as well. I figured it would be, but I didn't want to be like, oh, it's cold. Is okay. So it was like 32 low, 52 high. What's your high today? I something I was gonna talk about. I just forgot that fast. Oh, I was watching Good Morning America this morning, and I don't know, but it is freezing. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully you're staying warm. Uh, oh, so I was gonna tell you guys. So there's this guy. They featured his story on Good Morning America, giving you like some good feel good news. And I don't know how much this guy weighed before, but he now allegedly weighs like he allegedly lost 120 pounds. And I think they said 9 months, I want to say. And he did it off of a spicy Chick-fil-A salad. And then he would make his own version of the same salad at home. And that's all he ate for like 9 months, I think they said. But I was like, wow, that's pretty cool for him. And it just took me back sort of remembering Jared. But he admitted to walking though. Jared was from Indiana, I believe, Bloomington, Indiana. And he would walk to, I think he would walk the subway back and forth every day for lunch and dinner. It was so many miles. And that's how he ended up losing all his weight. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But this guy lost a lot of weight. But you know, Jared lost pounds, hundreds of pounds. I remember one of the commercials he did. He was able to stand, put his pants up, and he was able to stand in one leg, pants leg, his new whole body. I was like, that's a lot of weight. So I'm happy for him. And that was before the time of like Ozempic and stuff. It was the time before Ozempic. That was really the time before gastric sleeves and bypasses were really popular. So he did that on his own. So more power to him. Than he got in trouble for. He got in trouble for. And I was like, oh. But yeah, that's the thing. We don't know people for real. For real. We know the people like I talked about. People want you to know in the beginning of the story. So yeah, it comes full circle. But yeah. Oh no, I don't mind. Thank you for coming, Tyler. Can you give me a thumbs up before you go? If not, I understand. But thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Have a great day. But yeah, mm, the things people come up with in these storylines. Oh, between like Lifetime and Hallmark's, what is it? Hallmark Murder Mystery Channel. I can't think of the name of it. And then like Law and Order and CSI. The people who create these storylines, I'm like, these are some brilliant mind people. Like to think because they think the murder's out of how it happens and then how to go back and trace back who did it. And I was like, wow, that's really cool just to see the details of it all. You learn a lot about stuff. I mean, not saying that all of it's true, but coming from a small science background of things I've had knowledge on in college, I'm like, that makes complete sense of how they saw that murder. I think the only thing that they shows don't do that I don't like is they don't make the coins to the crime scene realistic. You know, the women always have their hair down or it's in a ponytail and nobody has on a face shield and people have on gloves but no clean suits. I'm like, you wouldn't have that. You'd have on a clean suit, you'd have on face shield, you have on a bonnet for your hair because you don't want your DNA to mix with the crime scene DNA and then, you know, being compromised like you did it, you know. The other thing that they do that's not realistic either because I've seen this firsthand is when you see the police tape around stuff, there's normally a police officer like in the vicinity guarding it, like in a cop car or something, but you can't just break the police tape and walk inside. If another detective or somebody, there's always going to be somebody guarding it, like on the scene, like watching the scene area, or like in their car or physically guarding it to make sure that that evidence isn't compromised in case you have to go in and get it. And they never have that in these things. They'll be like, that's how something happens. Like Horatio go back to the scene by himself, and there's nobody guarding, and he'll just walk through the go under the police tape and start taking photos or running tests on this, that, or the other. And I'm like, wow, yeah, hmm. Yeah. I made some spaghetti sauce yesterday. It was pretty good. It was really good. Actually, I have a little left. I'm like, I really don't want it right now, though. I'll probably eat before I go. and subscribe to your channel. I'm going to get other channels and subscribe to your channel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Tyler. I appreciate that. I see people do drastic things to get like subscribers. And I was like, if I get 2,000 subscribers, what can I do that's kind of drastic? I don't even think permanent, because permanent's not me. I was like, I guess I could cut my twist to my ear. It's like an inch cut. Well, 2-inch cut if it's stretched, cut it to my ear. Have it cut on camera for you all. Or, let's see, I could do an outfit of the day. That'd be cool. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, if people can come to your channel and join your channel, they'll be here. And if not, they won't. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I have a community that supports other people. Oh, awesome. I can go to your channel and check on that. That'll be cool to check out. How long have you been a part of that community? I mean, I try and support all my subscribers, but all of them don't post, and all of them aren't YouTubers. So yeah. Or if they're subbed to me, they're not subbed to me in their channel name, so I don't know their channel name, because I have other YouTube channels as well, but I don't always. I'll support people from my other YouTube channel now. For a long time. Oh, okay, for a long time. That's awesome. That's great. Well, I'm happy for you. Vibes with Tyler. Hope that works out for you well. I was supposed to be a part of this community, but right now, I think I like doing it the way I'm doing it now because it's just a lot more commitment than I have time-wise. The way I was told it was done for this particular channel. I'm not going to tell the person's name because I didn't do it and I don't want anybody, you know what I mean? I don't want to, down their thing, but it's not my thing. They said you have to post a minimum of 4 videos a week. I was like, okay. 20 hours is the least amount of time. 20 minutes is the least amount of time. I was like, okay, cool. And then you have to put like your name on a board and then on their board, on their community board. And then like you have to watch this many videos from this person a week and so on and so forth. I'm like, that's a lot. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's awesome, Minister Tyler. My other channel name is Morgan's Second Chance. And that is my religious channel. I talk about God and stuff more. I haven't been posting it, but I have communion and stuff I plan on doing and have some other things in the works for that channel, but I don't want to just jump into that channel, So that's the goal for me. Yeah. Well, I'll definitely support both of your channels. Let me write that down. Because I used to be able to screenshot, but this new phone doesn't let me do it like my other phone. This new phone is not as easy to operate at times as the other one, because the other one I could be pushing a button on the side and it would do a screenshot. But now this one does not do that. So I've got to get an ink pen or something to do it. I'm gonna get an ink pen, y'all. Let me come right back. Right back. Cool. Can't see me. Yeah, you can see me. Okay. it's hard to understand. Oh, thank you. Oh, awesome. A prophet and a minister. Cool. I had one prophet over my life, and it's interesting. Um, the prophet was right. And I was like, whoa, really right. I was surprised by that. But I'll say that because I've had people prophesied over my life before, and sorry, not be right. So I was surprised that this person was right because you can be a prophet and not be right. You know, people can false prophets. You know, bear false prophet. I'll be a false prophet. So I was happy that this person was right. It was interesting to me. So yeah. Yeah. Do you have a church, Tyler? Or are you just on YouTube? Let me write this down one thing about it. I gotta get my. All right. Oh, maybe Tyler's gone. Just on YouTube. Okay. Awesome, awesome. I'm writing down both of your channel names. I feel like I'm subscribed to your first one. I don't know about your second one, but I could be wrong. And if not, I'm gonna subscribe to all three. Well, I'll subscribe to all three of my channels to your channel. My other channel, I haven't been able to post much on it because it talks about money, and I really need to figure out with my. I have a laptop and I have a desktop and I have a laptop and a notebook, but I don't know how to record with my camera and be able to go live and keep my account number private to be like show people how to trade and stuff. So once I figure that out, I'll be okay. But for now, it's dormant. I guess it's lying dormant. So yeah. Anywho, that's that. Get some more water. Should have been what do you call it? Charging my ring. I see it right now, but you know the gold ring I used to wear all the time. I'm gonna go back to wearing that. So I was with that app I told you guys about, and I was losing weight at first. It was a really cool app, but I'm not gonna say it again because I don't like to speak badly about a product that I don't know if it's me or them. So actually, you know what? I'm paying for the program, so I'll go ahead and speak about it. That is awesome, all over Africa. That is awesome. Yeah, my client is from Sierra Leone, West Africa. Um, so yeah. Other than that, I have not. I've been mistaken for a Nigerian before, but yeah, I have not met anyone else that I know from the continent of Africa. But yeah, what was I talking about? I hate when it happens. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm paying for it, so I'll talk about it. So this app is called Simple, and at first it was simple. Um, but my problem with the app is that it's not the 16-hour window is easy for me to stop eating in. Like I think I had it set up where you stop eating at 9:30 and you start eating again at 12 noon, 12, 12:30, 12:30, 12, something like that. And at first that was fine. I have a girlfriend from who's from Nigeria. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, I tried the app and it wasn't that.
that great. I know you say you're from Oregon. Are you from the States originally or no? But so it was really hard to do. And the reason I said that was because maybe I should cock my camera while I'm cocking my head, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all. But I will say this, that when I was on the app, everything was fine at first. It was great. I was losing weight and everything, but around week 3 or 4, eating those hours, I just still felt um, hungry and sleepy, and I just couldn't function really high. My function level wasn't that high, and I was like, um, this isn't right. And it didn't have. I'm thinking that maybe looking back, I was too into my calories, like calorically, to caloric deficit, to the point where it wasn't healthy. Because I lost, like I said, I lost a few pounds from it kind of fast, which I thought was a great deal. And so I was like, if it worked week 3 and 4, then week 5, 6, and 7 and 8, it should have the same results that it was. And by week 6, I was like, this is not it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. But yeah, it did have like a movement chart of how much movement you're supposed to give. It was like 60 minutes a day was the movement goal. I forget how many hours glasses of water a day was. And the way it sits now, I'm still on track to losing the weight I wanted to lose before the certain date. Because the date I had put down to lose weight for was like, I want to say it was like August 4th, or August 4th, I think was the date for me to hit my target weight. So I'm still doing pretty well with that, but that drastic of a change of that, it was. And I also think it's different because when you work and have 2 jobs, you often eat in between time, or you'll eat when you get home. And so you feel very rushed or what have you. So yeah, that's that. I have seen those weddings that they post on YouTube from Africa, and they're very pretty. Have the money and dancing around in the nice uh, head scarves and wraps and the vibrant colors. You know someone from Kenya? That's cool. Oh, I thought I knew some people from like the kind of Africa I went to college, but it was different. It was hard to say if they really were from these countries or if they just wanted attention. And yeah, I'd never been there, so I couldn't say yay or nay if it was true. But I do like watching the movies that they have on the internet about those various countries when they'll do like a movie filming there. I know that um, my client mentioned that it is easier to get like people to help, clean your house and cook for you and stuff there, because it's a job that's, um, people love to do and get paid for. And I can't. She said, yeah, if you have it, they call you like auntie, or yeah, auntie or uncle, because they consider you like family cleaning your house. It's like, oh, so. Mm, but I would like to go to Egypt. That is someplace I really wanted to go, and I've been looking at like tickets and stuff. I do want to make sure I have the full proper attire before I go, because I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to be arrested. But so it's like, yeah, know that we, as people in general, um, specifically talking to people from the U.S., we're bad about like not knowing customs and just. Um, do you mind if I share my girlfriend's name? No, I don't mind. But we have it bad about like when in Rome, not roaming. We come in and we wear what we want to wear on vacation, and just offending a whole culture of people. Like, oh. and I wouldn't want to look up and end up and be behind Forrest because I'm not covered up offending these people. I'm in a too tight of a long dress that they deem it, so make sure everything is flowing how it's supposed to flow and hair is covered possibly. Her name is Mimi Kurt. Oh, Mimi Kurt. Okay. Yep. Awesome. Anywho, y'all, I've hit my hour today on the YT. Thank y'all. Thank you all for coming in per usual. I would go ahead and give my shout outs and write them down. And like I said, I will try my best to send love to you as soon as possible. So, Casey Inspirational Tale, thank you, honey, for coming. I appreciate you. I hope you're getting the sleep you need to have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Let's study with New Colabro. Write that down. Casey study with New Colabro. Thank you to Rise of Phoenix. Hope you have a great day as well. Thank you to Boss Dog, Rising Phoenix, Rising Pete, Boss Dog has risen. Thank you, Vibes with Tyler. Thank you, Minister Tyler. And that is that, y'all. It has been an awesome, amazing YouTube live as usual. I love all of you. Thank you for spending your hour with me, or 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Thank you for talking to me. Every little minute or second counts here on YouTube. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful rest of your day. And Lord willing, I will see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.